guys, welcome to Punky's World. Again, it's Ella's day. I love this. It's so cute. Anyway. Blingity bling. I think Mom would like it too. Anyway, this video is stories about Mom. We'll get to these pictures after. First, I want to use these. This is obviously the grand old state of Maine. And just for the record, where this lobster is sitting, lobsters don't grow. They grow over here. No water. Over here, no water. Not over here. But my mother is from, well, anywhere from, I would say, the tip of this moose's nose, yeah, to over where the tail of the lobster is. She's lived in different places from, right around the moose's mouth to there. She was born in Lewiston. She was born in a hospital. Raised in Livermore Falls and Fayette and, oh gosh, Byron, so many places. In February of 1973, out of college, in fact, she didn't get to finish, unfortunately. She later got certificates in junior college, which I thought was the neatest thing ever. My mommy was going to school at the same time I was. Anyway, she came here in February of 1973 to be with Auntie Maud and Uncle Cecil. She lived with them. She met my Uncle David, and shortly after she met my dad. Well, the man who would become my dad. And I guess they were inseparable at that point. And they were engaged in May and married in August. The following August, 3 days before their first wedding anniversary, planned. Pregnancy decided to prevent it from happening again, permanently. So, hello, and our gingerbread cake is done. Okay. She taught her. Even though we may have, I could talk to her about anything. She's wearing a watch in that picture. She almost never wore a watch. I think she wore it at Crossroads because she didn't trust the clock. But anyway, I believe this one was taken. Crossroads. Can't tell. I think this one must have been taken at Crossroads. Anyway, all right. Where should I start? I'm gonna start with this one here. I took this one. This shirt, I don't know if it will show on camera, but this shirt was my favorite. I used to beg her to wear it. It's white and it has sparkly silver stripes all through it. It's 3/4 length sleeve. Would have loved to have had that shirt after she died, but she didn't have it anymore. There's a comb on the table. What else is on the table with her? Let me grab it. Right here. Oopsie. Ugh, excuse me. Excuse my back. There we go. Let's see what's on the table with her. It always fascinates me, you know. Oh yeah, you can really see the. Okay, I believe that's an ashtray, but it's got something in it that is not ashes. Okay. That's a photo album, I believe. Yeah, because we were taking pictures. I think she was putting them in the photo album. My mom was either happy or sad. Oh, there's her beautiful fingernails. She had the most beautiful fingernails. My mom didn't have a whole lot of in between. Okay. This one was taken at Whalen Park. This one was taken. No, not that one. Where am I? This one. I was really little. Is she wearing? No, she's not. I thought I had a picture of her wearing her. That was a picture of her with Megan that's not here. Megan Cat. She used to wear, and all the women in the 80s did, a bandana with her hair pulled back. And then you would put the bandana on, and you put the bandana, the tie would be underneath the hair, and the bandana would come down in a V, like a triangle, over the head. And as soon as I got old enough, I wanted to wear my hair the same way. Well, Mom would do it, but she would put my bangs down. Like I said, I don't know why I didn't wear my glasses that day or how I got away with not wearing them. This is just a picture. This one here. You can see a Crossroads coffee right over here. Got that shirt for Christmas, actually. I think she got hers for Christmas, too. Come to think of it. Okay, we're at the kitchen table. What is that? Oh, that's genealogy. That is genealogy in the background there. That's her medication, her inhalers. But that is genealogy in the background. What do you know? Huh. When we started making binders. So we must have been working on genealogy that day. I believe my aunt took that picture. Yeah, my aunt took that picture. And it's a miracle we have heads. Because if you've ever seen pictures that my aunt took, like at my 4th birthday party, nobody has a head. This is us at my 6th grade graduation. Well, in the yard. I want to show you, if I can. If you see the bottom of that picture, this picture, right down here, that's all tar now. That's what I was trying to show you. And this leads up to the walkway over here. But that's all tar now. See where the car is? So yeah, that's where Daddy always parked. Right next to the bushes. Actually, those bushes aren't there anymore either. The bushes aren't there anymore either. So anyway, what else? Oh, this is us at Crossroads right after I got my hair cut for my cancer treatment. Let me see if I can. Right here in the middle. Right here. This is Mom and little Lucy Dottridge. Right here. They're looking up. Again, that's that same parking lot. They're looking up toward the 2nd floor. This is in Crossroads. Later on. This is in Crossroads. This is Mom and Dad. Oops, down here. This is in Northbridge. It's actually at the neighbor's house. And I would almost be willing to guarantee she just put out a cigarette because of the way she's holding that hand. That's how she would hold her hand right after she put out a cigarette. I would almost guarantee it. This is a vacation in Maine where we went to do genealogy, visit some family. We had fun. This is my high school graduation. Over here. This one. This one. That's with both of them. I think. Yeah, this is right across the hall in Northbridge. You can see the door over here. If you open that door, there's a hallway, and our door is right across from it. So, yeah. You know, there's a Dolly Parton song, "Eagle When She Flies." That's my mother. She's a sparrow when she's broken. She's an eagle when she flies. Well, no, she's an angel. But yeah, that was definitely my song for her as much as Daddy's Hands was for my dad. My mom will tell you she was a screamer. Oh, she'd scream and yell. Excuse me. And it took her longer to get over things than it did my dad. So, just don't know what to say, you know, because I have so many of these memories. I just wish that my mother felt better about herself, you know, over the years. And I was so glad to be done. So glad to be done. With sixth grade in particular. Oh, this is a friend. Actually, her dad knew my dad all his life. Dad's a little bit older. Yeah, I'm grateful that I have all of this to remind me of those times. Remind me of playing in the yard. I'm lucky, you know. And I'm blessed. And yeah, sure, we fought sometimes. Neither one of us were perfect, but when it came right down to it, we still loved each other. So, I remember one time when we were living here, running across the hall to bring Mom the phone, and because it had rung, and when I saw it, Easter weekend. Hold on. Gotta change battery. With a fresh battery. You know, Mom could do virtually anything. She could put together virtually anything. I've told you she put together my Dome Jungle gym, which I'll try to find a picture of. Hold on, I can find a picture of what I'm talking about. She put together my swing set, a lawnmower. I mean, my mother could do anything. My father was swearing at throwing tools and couldn't get the what's it called? Alternator out of the car. Mom said, "Go away, I'll do it." So There it is. Oops. I just want a picture of it. Images. Why does that one have a square on top? Anyway. Well, not exactly. Mine was flat on top. Well, not flat, but I'm looking for it, guys. But it had plates instead of these little bumps. Most of these have little bumps. Let me see. Yeah, and these are just attached to each other. Mine had plates. Trying to find ones with plates. Now that one's weird because it has like a square cage at the top. I guess they don't make them that way anymore. With the plates to connect them. Ah, here we go. Well, not really. Here's what it looks like. Mine, in the middle of these spots here, had a plate that the four would attach to. Let me see if I can. Ah. Oops. Ah. Anyway, you saw it. Ah, here it is. That's what mine looked like. Ding. That's what mine looked like, the little plate in the middle. And my mother put that together. You can imagine the time it took to do that. Because it literally came with all those little bars and all those little plates. She did a good job too because I never fell apart. Oh, excuse me. She put together this swing set. Like I said, she put together a lawnmower, put an alternator in the car. The women I grew up around, including my mother, were amazing women in that they were, there we go. They were very self-sufficient. They were, I mean, if Dad needed his oil changed, Mom and Jill would go out there with empty 2-liter soda bottles and change that darn oil, you know? That's just how the women were that I was raised around, you know? So it's not like they needed the men for stuff like that, you know? The men worked and they raised the kids, but they still were very self-sufficient, amazing women. I mean, it was Mom and Auntie Sharon. Auntie Sue was a little more girly girl, but Auntie Holly, I remember one time my mother, myself, and Auntie Holly got a couch into the parlor. And Uncle David and Dad had already decided it could, so Mom and Auntie looked at each other, and I was probably, well, I had to be about 12, because I was 12 when Beanie was born. Well, 11 and a half, but so I was probably about 12. And we decided to do it together. We don't need no stinking men. And so we did. We got it in the door. The problem was that this particular couch at the where the arm was had a piece that came up here where the arm was, like this piece of wood. So the arm was down here, and then there was this piece of wood up here that you could almost lean on. I have pictures of that thing in the background. But yeah, um, oh, and please note the 1970s wood paneling right here. Oops, right here. Anyway, um, I grew up with that. Okay, that was January because we have a um, calendar up for appointments and stuff. We had no idea the appointments that would fill that calendar in the next year. So that was right before I was diagnosed. um, and she was there. Every chemo treatment, she sat there for 4 hours. She dealt with me vomiting during treatments. She would run and get me a cold cloth to put on my wrists and help them. So, yeah, it was amazing. She could when I would miss them. But yeah, she was there. I remember.
Sorry, I don't know that.
I didn't ask you anything. Why does she do that? Anyway, that was ALEXA. One time during my treatment, I was getting to the point where I was losing quite a bit of hair. And I was sitting there on the edge of the bed in the living room where Mom had her bed. And we were watching television. I don't remember what we were watching, but a special news report came on. And I think we ended up changing it to a news channel, like a CNN or something. And all we saw when the news report came on was these kids running, screaming from their school, and kids like falling out of windows trying to get out of their school stuff. And that was Columbine. So I'll never forget that day. That was April of 1999. I'd been released from the hospital probably a week before with a blood clot because of my PICC line. I had a brand new portacath in my chest, and my hair was really starting to fall out. So Mom was combing it, and as she was combing out the hair that was falling out, it was just piling up on the floor. Low speed mode or something, I don't know. Anyway, and it didn't matter so much anymore, that I was losing my hair because a bunch of people had just lost their lives, I remember sitting with my mother on 9/11, but I remember her coming in my room that morning, and she just kept saying, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God," and putting her hand over her mouth, and I'm like, what's going on? And she told me that a plane had hit the. I said, "Wait a minute, how does an accident get